FirstNet, Band 14, the go-to technology in first response. No antenna company has a more extensive line of antennas for FirstNet than Taoglas. And I'll show you our line. If you have a police car that has a tough book inside of the cab and you wanted to add Band 14 or LTE, you can use one of our shockwave antennas right here, where you just connect it into the laptop, run it up to the roof, bolt a hole in the roof, and you can add your Band 14 that way. If you don't want to put a hole in your roof and you want to just adhere the antenna to the dashboard, same thing. You plug this into the tough book, take the 3M tape off, and you put this antenna right onto the dashboard. If it happens to be a MIMO system, where you need 2 LTEs coming out of the tough book, we have 2 connections here. We actually have 3 connections as well. 2 LTEs and 1 GPS, where you can take the antenna and screw it into the modem and then put this up onto the dashboard. Now, FirstNet, there are extensive modems out there from Cradlepoint, from Sierra Wireless that cover 5 connections, 7 connections, 9 connections, all the way up to 11 connections. Some have 6 LTEs and 4 Wi-Fi and 1 GPS. We have a complete line of antennas that can take care of that. First of all, we have our mag-mount Steeden. This has 6 connections, 2 LTEs, 3 Wi-Fi, and 1 GPS. All you have to do, screw these into the modem. This is mag-mount, and put it up on the roof of the vehicle. If you don't want to use mag-mount and you want to bolt the holes into the roof, we have the smallest low-profile antenna in the industry. It's called our Storm. It's also thin enough to fit between the ribs on a police interceptor or a police car. Very popular product. For fire trucks and ambulances and buses, we have our Pantheon Antenna, which again is up to 5 and 6 connections, extremely rugged and very high performance. Very popular amongst police cars is our Raptor 3. And our Raptor 3 product does all 6 connections that we talked about, 2 LTEs, 3 Wi-Fi, and 1 GPS. But it also does AM/FM as well. So this is very, very popular amongst police cars in both the United States and in Europe. Next, we move on to our adhesive mount line. It's for the police and first responders who don't want to put holes in the roofs of their vehicles. We have a 6-in-1 Guardian product, 2 LTE, GPS, and 3x3 Wi-Fi. If you're in a police interceptor, what you do is screw the cables into the modem, you have your 3M tape, and you adhere the antenna onto the rear side window. Finally, if you're using a modem that has up to 11 connections, we have our Guardian X. It's the first and the only in the industry that will cover up to 11 connections. This is very, very popular for police cars, where you put the Cradlepoint and Sierra Wireless in the trunk itself. And most people run bolt mount antennas to the roof that don't perform very well. With this, you just need about 1 meter or 2 of cabling. You run this up to the rear dashboard and either adhere it with the 3M tape up underneath the dashboard, or you come up behind the back seat and then adhere it to the rear dashboard. So that's our complete line. Please go to www.taoglas.com or just call us here at Taoglas.